Yes, sir. Geeks all over the globe, God. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cuz We Geeked. But we encourage you to stay geek, man. Listen, I don't know if these guys on the panel with me got a little something in their blood. That's the color blue, but we're going to see here in a little bit. It's your boy, Real. Got my cuz Will. Got Big J. He might have a little something. We don't know. But BA in the building, man. Listen, we definitely appreciate everybody, man, geeking out with your boys for another episode. Listen, if you guys are into geek content, whether it be movies or televisions, you're in the right place. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're new. Hit them likes for us today. That way we can build that algorithm up, find more geeks like yourselves, y'all. Listen, man, we got a lot to get into today, man. As per usual. That's the one thing I like about covering this space because it's always something to talk about, man. Always. The news just continues to keep flowing. So we definitely gonna be here to talk about it. So glad y'all are here. All right, fellas. Let's get to it, man. There was a show that started here a few days ago. The first 3 episodes dropped, and that's Gen V. So we will be here discussing the first 3 episodes of Gen V. But listen, like we always do, when we get ready to talk about something, we always got to warn the folks. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Yes, sir. So yeah, we better talk about some Gen V here. So you have been warned. You see the spoiler tag on the screen. You have been warned. Listen, we're gonna talk about Gen V. The first 3 episodes just dropped season 2. Want to get you guys' take on it. I guess you can kind of give a well, we don't have to do a Kaioken rating. We'll do a Kaioken rating when the whole entire show is over with. So, but just kind of give us a quick thoughts, fellas. What's your thoughts on the first 3 episodes of Gen V, man? What you got, cuz?
It's been good so far. I was curious how they would do Andre with this, how they would have him written off the show
Okay.
with the actor passing away, car accident, right, or motorcycle
Yeah.
accident.
Vehicle
Uh,
accident, one of them.
Motorcycle.
uh,
Okay.
Motorcycle. This was I was very curious of what they would do if they would mention him or mention his passing. So that's a great way of doing it. The way that they've done it. And also just the overall, like they haven't skipped a beat. They stay on the conservative neck just to play up on them, like showing them how much the media plays them, how much these corporations play them. The resist, I'm loving it, just tagging, but with that resist, you have to uh, be careful of who the unintended consequences of it as well. With them putting the paper up, but they're in the coffee shop, but it's the barista that's taking the smoke and not them.
Mhm.
And then the doctor, like trying to figure out, like, I don't know who he is, but just what he brings, because he just his methodical of how he is makes me nervous of what he can do and how he's able to just manipulate as well. So the doctor is a big villain, but it's just because he's so maniacal and just the way he moves around in the space. So it's been great so far. It's been great. What you got, BJ?
First of all, I want to counter everything that Will was saying as far as how they were attacking people and the conservatives.
Mhm.
I 100% agree with everything the government has been doing over the last few months. I think it's wonderful. Uh, you know, I just want to say that I'm 100% in agreement. Don't cancel us. And so now going forward, everything I say is covered. But no, I like to actually. I think Cypher is probably the most interesting character in the show because he is that fun kind of crazy. Like you don't never know
Yeah.
what he's about to do, and you
Oh,
you know he's always thinking, and we don't know if he's actually Thomas Godolphin. Maybe that's his superpower. Like, because remember,
Mhm.
we don't know what happened to Godolphin. We assume he died, but we don't know.
Yeah.
And he like he could have been Godolphin because his.
Mhm.
Remember they said his name was Doctor Gold, and I
Mhm.
was like, and I think it was the second or third episode when they were talking. I was like, oh, like Gold Godolphin. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And he just we still don't know what his powers are, and it's interesting though. Like I said, the fact that he's just there and he knows kind of way more than anybody else knows. I think
Mhm.
he's the most interesting one there to me. I still want to find out what Odessa's about. Because because Godot kind of Cypher alluded that Marie may be more powerful than Homelander.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
Mm.
because he's like, he said, I'm like, that's saying a lot. Because remember they were saying that they thought Victoria Newman could have been, and she has very similar power set, but I think Victoria even said that she may be more powerful than her.
Mm-hmm. First season, yeah.
So like I said, I want to see what's going on, man. It looks like it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
What you got, BA?
So what was saying the transition from pivoting on your season to rewriting to going through all those things pretty much at the last second. We've been through this before. We've seen Marvel do it with Chadwick Boseman and Black Panther 2. And they just did a funeral scene that just kept it rolling from there. This one, the way Gen V is doing it is very classy. He just had an incident off screen where he gave his life to the team, and as a result, and they already started to hit to it based off of season one. So it's not far fetched what they're talking about, and you can see
Mm-hmm.
maybe polarity, like the father was supposed to probably die sometime, and everything's supposed to be based off the son moving forward. They just pretty much flipped it.
Mm-hmm.
The scenes in which you probably need polarity to do, or which you will need Andre to do certain things, they're just having the father do it when he opened that door to go to the secret Nazi room and all that stuff. Like that was probably a switch,
Mm-hmm.
So if you play it right, you do it the right way, we should notice it like that. And I think they're doing a great job at it. So shout out to the team for that. But like you said, we're talking about the villain. Who's the villain? Who's the hero? That's kind of how I like this Gen V versus the boys. The boys, you end up rooting for like a person, but that ain't good either. You know what I'm saying? When you looking at some of those other
Mm-hmm.
guys, it's like as long as it ain't Homelander, then we good, right? But they do some terrible stuff too. So you know, this one is pretty much a little bit simpler than that. It's very going back to good versus bad. So and then it's younger, so you kind of relate to them a little bit more. The college effect and everything like that. I did say younger, like I ain't damn near 40, so I need to get away from that demographic as well. But just understanding what college kids go through and things like that, we kind of know what that is. So just understanding that, and just understanding the fact that you have pretty much one super being amongst the group. You have a chosen one here, and it's the black girl. She is a chosen one. She has a power set that can take down even a Homelander. That's impressive. That's Anakin Skywalker s. That's like she is it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Cypher, which is starting to develop to a great villain. He knows that. He was there since birth. He incubated her in a sense, right? So he understands what he has, the
Mm-hmm.
power that she has, and the limitless potential. So now you got to understand. I guess you have to try to understand what is his mindset. Where is he going with it? I think he's anti Homelander as well. Maybe he represents Suits in a way, but also it's like, well, if I get him out the way, then things could get a lot smoother, and I can kind of manipulate things a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
And you need someone to do that, and she's able to do that. Not right now, but that's why he's doing the whole Danger Room thing. That's why he's doing the whole Professor X thing right now to upgrade her powers to level up. He literally said level up to level up her powers so she can actually do that. Like she was stopping to do hard, the fake Thor dude, but then he hit his chest, and I was like, hold on, you're not supposed to be able to do that. But
Had
I
to
let
get
that
that
go.
heart working again.
Yeah, I mean that's not real, but it is
Right.
what it is for this show. And it seemed like this season is just going on very very well versus season one, and then the rest of the boys. This is his own lane right now, and I just had to do like with one pause worthy scene, two
One.
pause worthy scenes, just two, and I'm okay with that. The locker room scene and when Sam and Homeboy was fighting through the walls and stuff, and then something else
Oh,
was
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
bro.
you know what I'm saying. But it's
Yeah.
it's not like as fluent as it was in previous seasons. It was like one per episode. Now it's like every other episode you might get
Every
that.
every other
So
scene. Like, God dang,
Oh,
really?
it's funny that BA the only one that keyed in on that because I had completely forgot about those two scenes.
No,
It was burned.
I'm about to say something about that too. I'm about to say something about that too.
Peacemaker,
Like, way,
it's
yeah,
on
bro.
the radar. We got to
Exactly. I'm about to say something about
We
that
got to
too.
send this video. It got to be a minimum. We doing too much. We doing way too much.
I'm gonna type a email to them with one word. Pause, bro. You got to pause. I don't know what y'all doing, man. What's going on?
If
I
they
told my
would have
wife
said,
that too.
if
Like,
I
what
would
is
have saw
happening?
the word locker room, I'd have been like, okay, I know it's like as soon as you open that door, it's probably gonna be like, wow. But no, it's
like
it
bam,
was just
like oh,
right into it, and then it was like, God, it got me again. It is what it is.
exactly. Like, can you pause, please? Like, what's going on here, man? They didn't put a pause disclaimer on there, man. When they do that, man. No, but listen, I'm with y'all, man. I agree. Listen, I was saying this before we started. The way that you could tell that they knew that they were going to release the first 3 episodes. The way they ended that 3rd episode, it was one of them cases where it's like it left. That was a cliffhanger. You saw Jordan up there saying, she, whatever, went off script. She's supposed to read the script. She decided like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna say whatever I want to say. And then saying pretty much just cut to the black screen or whatever. So it was like, yo, what is going on right now? But what y'all said a minute ago, Cypher's one of those characters. It's hard to tell what he's thinking and all that type of stuff. So I don't know if what Jordan was doing that actually was the plan that they were going for. Because like I think one of y'all just said, we don't know if Cypher likes Homelander at all. We don't know. It's kind of hard to tell right now. So maybe he did that on purpose or whatever, right? I don't know. But then at the same time, it could be one of them cases where he was kind of like, scratching his nose and walked off like, huh, okay, you want to do that, huh? All right, I got something for you. We don't know because the guy's so hard to read, right? Another thing too with him, we don't know this dude's powers. We have no idea what his powers are. They're also trying to figure out what his powers are because, like you guys said too, he was there for the girl's birth. Kind of find out the whole Odessa thing that we found out that she's some kind of a secret weapon or whatever. Big J, I don't know if you want to talk about that theory that you had about her sister, but we see now that she has some kind of ability that, like y'all said, that could rival Homelander. And I was telling my wife that we was watching this. She was like, I was saying that you gotta think of it kind of like, I don't know if y'all watched last Avatar, when waterbenders have the ability to bend blood. You know what I'm saying? So I was thinking they could have did something like that where she's kind of like a blood bender. Like, it don't matter if you see it, you should be able to feel the blood in people's bodies and be able to control them or whatever. And I think that's what they're trying to go for. And I think that's why he's honing in on her to use her as a weapon against Homelander. Because right now there's nobody, for some odd reason, nobody on the planet that can stop Homelander or whatever. We just saw this Thor character beat the kids up. Why you can't beat Homelander up? I don't know what's going on. But go ahead, BJ.
No, I was going. So first of all, to BA's first assertion, I think there was another pause-worthy moment that wasn't mentioned, and that was when Cypher was making that smoothie. Did y'all see what he put in that smoothie?
Bro, I turned my head because that stuff was nasty. It was like chicken, like raw
He
chicken.
put milk, it was milk, fried chicken, and peanut butter, and I was like,
oh yeah,
like
yeah.
Yeah.
But,
what is this, man?
But also, if y'all go back to season 1, there was a hint as far as how powerful Marie was, because remember when Homelander landed and he was mad, he was taking people out. When he was looking, when he called her, he's talking about you attack your own, and he hit her dead on with the I beams, and she was fine.
Yeah.
I mean, she was fine. The next episode, like they showed her at the end when they had her locked up, and she didn't look like she was hurt at all. And I was like, wait a minute, he could cut folks in half. If you could take a Homelander blast, the only other one we saw that could do that before was
Stormfront.
What's his name? Stormfront. Yeah. So I'm just saying that was the first indication that she was a little different.
You know what too? It's funny because BA brought up Anakin. I mean, I think she's a not natural, but you know what I mean. Like she's kind of a natural birth, Gen V baby or whatever, right? Vault baby or whatever. So she's she could be the chosen one, bro. We don't know. I'm still interested to see her sister, and I'm gonna tell you right now, the Honor's dead wrong for what she did. Told her that like, yo, she attacked the parents. Like, matter of fact, you weren't even there, so how do you even know that she attacked the parents? You don't know what happened. And so when she was kind of breaking it down to her, like, yo, I had my period. I had no idea what was going on. I was scared. I didn't know what was. Nobody was there to tell me. My parents didn't tell me or whatever. She just had kind of found out on her own. Remember, she went to the bathroom and was confused. Like, yo, what's going on? And so, for her aunt to do that, bro, like I said, that was a powerful moment, man. That was a very deep moment. I like that moment in the show, but she was dead wrong for that one, man. And to find out that her sister's been there the whole time, but it's a good thing her sister with somebody that they know, so that's a good thing too. Ain't with some random foster family. I know how that is when they in the system or whatever. So I just, man, I so far this show, man, I don't Prime. That's one thing I can give MGM on these shows on Prime. They be hitting the mark on the shows, bro. I got to give them their props on that. That's why I'm kind of hoping and praying that they get James Bond right. But go ahead, BA.
I think it's two things to follow what you were saying. Clearly, her sister is going to be her number one antagonist. She's going to be like a human representative, like totally against the soups or whatever the case may be. She's going to be like your boy before he got souped up in The Boys. It might be a similar version to I can't
Butcher.
Yeah. She's going to be a similar version of him. Because all she knows all her life is, your sister killed your parents. So I hate Soup because of that. So I hope they go that route. I like to see the villainous, and then maybe they come together towards the end of the series, whenever that decides to happen. I don't need this to be over in like episode 6 enough. I need this to continue on to fully flush that out. And secondly, it's I don't know. Maybe she needs to thank the Cypher already, because she was able to have that conversation, and he was trying to say you don't need to self-inflict your own wounds in order to use your power. So in a sense, mentally, she's like, no, this is no longer my fault. So it's this is happening. Matter of fact, it's my parents' fault, if anything, because they the ones that signed me up for it, in a sense, right? So it's like she's no longer saying it's me and I did it. She's taking that burden off of her. So you should honestly see like a power influx, because she's able to kind of let go of her emotions better. Because I think most of these powers are based off emotion. That's what Emma said. Emma said, "Yo, I can't grow tall. I can't get small without. I need to regulate my emotions better."
Okay.
So we'll see what happens after that. But she might need to thank Cypher already, because that was a powerful conversation she had. She exercised some demons in that conversation.
So, BA, you wasn't on here before. We were talking before the show. I threw out the theory that, remember, they were saying that the parents couldn't have children, and so that's why they went to Godolphin, or went to Gold to have him help them with conception, and they were going like in vitro. But then she said the sister was the real miracle, because they had her naturally after they had Marie. So that's what I said. I wonder if something that they did with the sister caused Marie to also have powers. Not Marie, but the sister that had powers as well after Marie. Like, if there was some residual from what they did to the mother that could cause her to have powers and just nobody knows yet.
That'd be
an interesting theory.
Yeah, that'd be interesting theory. Twist for sure. Also too, man. I think they're also going to use Sam, the guy who's kind of supposed to be the Legion of this universe or whatever. I think they're also going to use him too, because I think he might be powerful enough to stand up to Homelander. You know what I'm saying? The Legion in the comic is pretty powerful. So I don't know. I think with Jordan, I think she can kind of reel him in and kind of keep him calm, because old girl can't what's her name, Kate or whatever, the girl who normally controls him, she can't control him anymore, because she lost her abilities for the time being or whatever. So you're gonna need somebody to kind of reel him in. I think Jordan should be able to do that, because she has that connection with his brother they used to have back in the day. So but yeah, like I said, man, this is a great show so far, man. How many episodes total, BJ? Did you hear?
I believe it's 8, but I didn't look yet.
It's 8. So we about to hit the mid-series already.
Yeah. So we got 5 more episodes. So yeah, y'all, we'll talk about the episode 4 next Saturday. So you guys can tune in for that, man. Go ahead and watch the show, man. Y'all let us know what y'all think. All right, fellas, man, we got a lot to get into other than GNV. So let's get into this main topic here. So check it out. We got some Batman news. James Gunn on whether 1923 mentions in Peacemaker podcast. I'm sorry. Read that one more time. James Gunn on whether the 1923 mentioned in the Peacemaker podcast teases Brandon Sklenar as Batman. This is what he had to say. 1923 is really good, a TV show. Like, I can't believe how good that show is. All right. Let's see if we can put the rest here. Let the folks see this. So, do I have ideas about actors who could play Batman? Absolutely. I do. I have guys I like. I have guys that are top of the list for me, just like I had people that were at the top of the list for Superman. People can guess, and maybe they'll be right about certain things. We have to screen test. We'd have to do the whole thing. So James Gunn ain't with that whole, hey, I see this guy, I like him, put him in the show or movie or whatever. We got to screen test multiple people. Go ahead, BJ. What you got?
Did you see the last Peacemaker podcast though?
I didn't watch it.
So they had him and Rooker on there. You know, Rooker, he works with him in everything. Him and Sean Gunn are in everything that he does. And he was talking about how when he wrote like Red Saint Wild, he said he kind of wrote it with the idea of Rooker. And same thing when he said when he wrote King Shark, he kept thinking Stallone, but they said he actually tried to get AG, the dude that plays Economos, to do the voice. And they said he was like, it's so bad. He was like, no. You know, so they said the same thing when they cast somebody else to play Red Saint Wild because Rooker was busy. He was like, it's just not working because he couldn't do the stuff he needed him to do in the way he needed him to do it. So he said he was just like, man, can you just do me a favor and just come on and do this? He's like, you know, as soon as you get free, because I just can't deal with, you know, not saying anything was wrong with the guy who played it, he was saying, but it's just, it wasn't his vision. So I believe that to some extent, but if he's also got like, because he said multiple times that when he writes stuff with people in mind already, then he goes and find, like he said he'll try somebody else, but he said he usually ends up having to go with that person. Because like he said, King Shark, he said they kept trying to get him to do the voice. So he said he finally told AG, said, do it like Stallone. And I'm like, well, then go get Stallone. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like do it like slow Sylvester Stallone. Yeah. He was trying to do the voice, and he was like, yeah, no, just go get. So they wouldn't just got him. And I'm like, that's the kind of stuff, like, you know, the way he sounds like he was as he was talking that he does right that way. But like I said, I don't know. He didn't say anything about Batman, of course, but like he was just talking about in general when he's writing stuff. If he's got an actor in mind when he's writing it, then sometimes it seems like it's going to be the way to do it.
So, real quick, let me. So this is the kind of Cliff Note version of what was said there in that podcast. So this is, I think it's like 3 or 4 points. James Gunn talks about DCU Batman casting. Script isn't done yet, but it's getting really good. Has a list of actors he'd like for the role, but they'd still have to screen test. Unlikely to be a big actor that get this part. Say big actor wants it, but he's not sure it'll happen. That last part, we talked about this before. In the Superman movie, Holt was the most expensive actor in that movie, and he only made $2 million. Everybody else made, you know, high six figures, right? So I think we all kind of figured that it wasn't going to be a big name actor. I know a lot of people kind of throwing Jake Gyllenhaal's name right now online. I don't think it's going to be Jake Gyllenhaal at all. I kind of said that I don't think it's going to be him from the get-go. Just kind of looking at James Gunn's MO, I think he likes more of the low budget actors, so that way you can connect those actors with that character instead of seeing that actor is as that character. So I guess that X's out Jake Gyllenhaal. Plus, he's gonna cost too much money, so that would make sense. It'd be somebody that we don't know, or we know, but y'all know what I mean. Like not a big, huge,
superstar.
Superstar or anything like somebody know him or whatever. But what you think, though, BA?
I 100% agree with that last notion that you can go on the lower side. You don't necessarily need a superstar for this particular role. Let the role make him make the person a superstar in a sense, right? I was trying to IMDb the person that y'all talking about right now. How many movies has he been? I don't think he's a big time actor. I haven't really seen him in too many things other than the 1923 and maybe one or two things. Like, so he will fit that quota in a sense, right? Just like David in a Superman. Like, he wasn't all over the place, so it fits that. He has the look, as much as you want to have a look for Bruce Wayne or whatever the case may be. So it's not too far off. And James Gunn, he liked his page for a little bit. Now he unfollowed him, maybe because there was too much going on. But at the end of the day, once James Gunn's got you in his crosshair, it's only a matter of time. In my opinion. So maybe he found somebody else, but I don't think he did. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm for it. Like I said, the guy seems like he's a good role, good person, good role for it. So I don't necessarily have an issue with it. I think James Gunn just don't like the fact that y'all think it's going to be him because of so on and so on. Yeah, that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to take everything that you do. And like every single thing that you do, and you're supposed to put some dots together, connect dots that's not even there. Like just going to add a dot and makes the picture look better. So that's what we're doing. So don't get mad because that's you already know how we're going to respond. So yeah, so maybe he just want a little bit more time. Maybe if everyone is saying this person and that dude knows, like, oh, okay, add another zero to that check. Maybe that's it. When it comes to negotiations, in a sense, right? So, you want to keep it as low as possible, but at the end of the day, don't put these Easter eggs in here, my guy. You could have used 1921 and it'd have been just fine. You could, what I'm saying? You could have used any little thing and it would have been like we just kept it moving. So don't get mad at us.
What you got, Cuz?
Yeah, I agree. I think that's with a lot of writers as well when it comes to movies and shows that they write certain roles for certain people. Not necessarily that they believe that it will be that they'll get that person for it every time, but they at least know like their persona and how they will carry the role. So that's how they write the role so that people are they can imagine it. So it only makes sense to write certain things for Ruger, to write things for Stallone and stuff like that. And then when it comes to Batman, yeah, he checks the boxes. A good actor, not a superstar, has a couple roles that's well known and have been well seen. And then he's just when you see him, I saw him at the gym, like when he was working out and stuff, like he looks like the Batman. And so now we have to see more of the Bruce Wayne side, the Playboy, because that's going. If the way that I'm hoping that they write it is that the Bruce Wayne is the mask, and that's what is the persona needs to be set up as, is that's the mask is Bruce Wayne, and Batman is the real him. So, and I think the guy could end up doing it. So I'll be looking forward to it. And also, if he gets a role, I'm looking forward to seeing the screen test, see him do the read, and then see how they have him work with Corn Sweat as well. Because, yeah, when they do the screen test, you have to bring in Superman, see how they work on screen together as well. So I believe that'd be part of it as well. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun process. But, yeah, I think Skellner will be the Batman.
It's crazy you said that because that's a good point. I think bringing David Cornsweet in on these screen reads, I think that will be a good thing too. You want to have Batman and Superman had that chemistry too. You know what I'm saying? So it can feel kind of natural, kind of like how with Superman and Lois are. No, I agree with y'all. It's just kind of like when he casted, David Cornsweet, right? A lot of people wanted David Cornsweet to be Superman. That's a lot of people's pick to play Superman, and then lo and behold, he ended up playing Superman. So, I do believe that he will be part of that group of people that he's gonna, do the screen test with and all that stuff. For what it sounds like, he might have about 4 or 5 guys in mind. So we'll see, man. I think that with that script, it sounds like it's coming along. We'll probably hear something. Maybe I'm praying by the end of the year we'll hear something about the script is finished, and then we'll start doing some casting here pretty soon. So, this also too kind of knocks down some theories that people were saying online. I know a lot of people were saying we're gonna get to here in a little bit, but I'm just glad to hear, man, that they kind of getting the ball rolling because I think that a lot of people are kind of wondering what's going on with the Batman thing because of some of the stuff we've been hearing online and all that stuff, man. With some rumors and stuff about it's a boy named Robert Pattinson Batman being in the universe and all that stuff, even though James Gunn has said multiple times and also somebody else has said, we're gonna talk about here in a minute, also said it. So we gonna see, man. We gonna see. But speaking of Batman, we got some more Batman news here, y'all. Check this out. So Matt Reeves says the villain of Batman Part 2 has, quotes, never really been done in a movie before, close quote. All right. So the theory going around, y'all, is it could be one of these two. So it could be either Hush or the Court of Owls. Either way, shut up and take my wallet. All right. So this is what also he had to say right here. He says Matt Reeves says that the villain in Batman 2 will be connected to Bruce Wayne's history and life. Okay, y'all. Highlight that part. History and life. What you think about that? It says picking the right villain that digs into what he does, that sort of goes into his past and his life. All right. That was what drove that decision. I won't tell you where we ended up, but we're super excited about it. And I will say it's never really been done in a movie before. So I showed you those characters, and y'all also heard what Matt Reeves said right here. All right. Cuz, what you think, man? What's on your mind, man?
So I have been saying that I was wanting Court of Owls, but I changed. I want Hush. I want to save Court of Owls for the DCU. Just so because if they save it for the DCU, we'll be able to get the ramifications of it afterwards for additional Batman situations. So if they go with Hush, I'm okay with it. And I think it'll be really fun as well because it hadn't been on the screen. Be a great villain, and that's a big thing. Yeah, I just we talked about it last week where we don't want this Batman to pull ideas and circumstances away from what the DCU could end up doing. And yes, I know they could end up still doing another Hush or another Court of Owls in the DCU. But I would, like I said, I would rather save something that's special for the DCU. Just for the ramifications. So it's looking really fun what they're setting up to. And he's had plenty of time for it as well. So this movie got to knock it out the park. But it's looking exciting. What you got, Big J? Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
I said I was thinking about throwing somebody out there who y'all didn't mention, but also hasn't been actually featured. I mean, he made an appearance as like a cameo, but wasn't actually featured in the movie and had a real role. But I was like, what about?
Big his ass.
No, I was gonna say Deathstroke. Deathstroke versus Batman would be good.
It's funny you said that idea was floating around online too.
I think he'd be a good villain for Batman if he was stalking Batman or something. Because because he's physically superior in every way, and he's also a pretty good tactician.
I'm
not mad at it.
Especially as a young Batman too.
But I don't think though about the distro thing because he's like a super soldier, like a Captain America, a crazy souped up Captain America. I think he probably fit a little bit more in the DCU with that Batman. But I'm not mad at it if they decide to, because I was sitting there thinking when you just said that, as you were saying, I was thinking if you're gonna go that route, you can do where remember when in the Batman he had that venom in his pocket that he injected himself with and he started going crazy on that dude. Maybe they have some way to where like that Destro can inject that in him where he got a little stronger or whatever, and that's how he kind of got his ability or whatever, something like that. I don't know if they're gonna use it in the real world, but because like I said, he had that super soldier serum where he can heal and all that stuff if he gets shot and all that type of stuff. So it'd be kind of hard to explain that in the real world. But no, I heard a lot of people kind of throwing that idea out. But I know the main two I heard was Hush and Court of Owls, but they said that he's connected to the Bruce Wayne's history and his life. And those are like the main two that I think a lot of people can, throw out there. Like, well, that makes sense. It got to be one of those two. We talking about corruption and all that stuff. It might be best if they throw in like a Court of Owls or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we'll have to see. I even saw somebody throwing like the idea of Azrael, and I'm like, I don't think it should be Azrael. Maybe you want to throw Talon in there as like their henchmen, like their muscle or whatever. Yes, I don't see Azrael being in here. I think Azrael probably fit a little bit more in the DCU, but we'll see, man. We'll see. But what you think though, BA?
Speaking of that, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I was gonna throw out Hugo Strange But then I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? He should be in the DCU because he likes to do experiments and things like that. So that's more DCU. But I think we talked about this a while ago, and I definitely was a proponent for the Court of Owls. It just fits. Everything fits. It's perfect. The Riddler kind of pretty much took off a layer of Gotham, and then it's like, okay, what's going on now? So then you bring in Court of Owls, let them pretty much get Gotham on its teetering point, and then you finish off in 25 years with the Riddler. I mean, not the Riddler, the Joker, pretty much turning Gotham on its head. That's your that's your status right there. So I'm all for Court of Owls. They're gonna need some muscle though. But I'm all for them. So that's what I would like to see, the Court of Owls, me personally. But Hush is one of my favorite characters though. So I'm gonna go with that, saying that like, hey, if he's a part of it, then like you said, take my money. But the way this thing is going, hell, you can even throw both of them in the same movie, to be honest with you. And just let him deal with someone that's like a Hush, but he's like, yo, I'm trying to solve this bigger case here, but this person is damn near imitating my life. Like, who is this guy? Like, and he can kind of do that too, because you don't want the whole thing to be based off of Court of Owls. He's going to have something to kind of bounce off with or whatever. And I don't think Catwoman is in this movie, so he's gonna need another person or something else. It just can't be him and Commissioner Gordon trying to figure out every single thing. We might as well just watch Law and Order for all that. So there has to be something else involved here. And I say bring both of them in there and just have fun with it. The way Matt Reeves is talking, he said this is an epic. Like he's using some really choice of words here to describe this script that he really hasn't used in previous projects. So I think it's going to be big. Whatever he does, this is going to be big.
I was going to say, I could see Hugo Strange actually fitting in this universe. He's more of a psychiatrist. Now, if you said Professor Pig, that's different. I can even see Professor Pig fitting in this universe. That dude is crazy. You could have him be like a dude who's like kidnapping people on the streets and all that stuff and experiment.
Pig is this universe.
That's
yes,
I would he could definitely fit in this. Especially after we just saw with the Riddler. I'm like, yeah, I could definitely see that, man. Dude being crazy and, like I said, kidnapping folks on the street and out here, doing crazy experiments and all that stuff.
With that music with the music playing in the back, the classical music and stuff like this, I can see that. I can hear that.
Yeah, like you see the camera like panning over his shoulder, whatever. You see him doing this right here, like he fixing up something, bro. Like, yeah, I could definitely see Professor Pig. I think more people like that because this is kind of in that same vein as like Seven, right? So I can kind of see them doing more, like you said, a Hugo Strange. Because we saw old boy in the Penguin, the one that was in love with Sophia, the doctor, whatever. He was kind of Hugo Strange or whatever, right? I thought that's who he was supposed to be, but they said he's a different character. But he was kind of Hugo Strange or whatever. So I could definitely see Hugo Strange working in this universe or whatever, like him, Professor Pig, people like that. Victor Zsasz, I could see him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know him being like a main bad guy or anything. Maybe they could make him a main bad guy. I don't know, but I could see him being like somebody like in the beginning of the movie that Batman kind of finds or whatever and gets him arrested or whatever. So I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. Got some other Batman news here. So Matt Reeves confirms, y'all. So people can stop guessing and trying to put two and two together. He's confirmed. The Batman 2 is a DC Elseworld project and not part of the DCU. And then he also says, this y'all gonna love this part. It says Matt Reeves says he's unsure if the Batman 3 will happen. All right. So BA, what you think about this, man?
I'm glad you picked me first on this one. I don't care what he says. When that dollar figure come out and Batman 2 is 600 million or 700 million, okay, we want to make it 3. I don't care what he says right now. Talk to me after those numbers come out and he's number one in the box office and all these things, and it's like, yo, it almost doubled what it put out. Then let's have a conversation. I want to hear it then. So until that time comes, I don't care. Matter of fact, let's just Matt Reeves just act like it's going to do great, and just start right now. Just act like it's going to be great, and just start.
Which he already is. You talking about how it's gonna be extraordinary.
Right. Start right now, and then we'll talk about if you got to scrap it, you got to scrap it. It's all good. But act like it's gonna be great, so we can actually get it within 5 to 6 years instead of more like 20 years, which is what I predict.
What you got, cuz?
My bad, acting like Big J. No, it's already information that we already talked about as far as it being Elseworld. It just makes sense. It only makes sense that it was Elseworld. And then because they were going for older Batman. They plan on going with an older Batman. Robin's already around. So it makes sense that this Robert Pattinson wouldn't be part of the DCU. And then as far as part 3, I remember saying like I think it was last week or week before that it was up in the air if we wanted them to do a part 3. For me, I wouldn't want it if it takes too long because it delays. It will probably also continue to delay Batman joining the DCU. So I would rather just not have it at this point. Get it all, everything that you want out of the way in part 2. Enjoy it, make it massive, even if it's a 3-hour movie. Just because the part 3 was, like I said, will end up pushing Batman joining the DCU back, and I don't want that. I want Batman in the DCU as soon as possible. So I'm okay with there not being a part 3 at this point. The first one was great. The second one's probably be great. The Penguin was fantastic. So they've been doing really well. But I want my Batman in the DCU. So, and this is what's holding it up. So I feel like that's more important. What you got, Big J?
Well, people was talking about Pattinson like he's too young to be the DCU Batman, but Pattinson's about to be 40 here beginning of next year. So,
That's
and
true.
by the time they get around to, he could definitely be Damien's father. Coming up. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm to the point now where I want to go and make part 2 and let this just die because I think if they drag it out and keep dragging it out, it's not going to be good. And because, like I said, all you're going to do is have to keep pushing back the DCU Batman. Even though as much as I love the world and the world building that they started, I don't want to. They should have set up the second timeline. And I know DC think, we could do this Elseworld stuff. But that's like trying to make a Joker 3. And I think Joker 2, Folly Ado, killed the concept of Elseworlds when the director was like, you know what, let me just make a musical and call it Joker. Since I could do whatever I want since we made $1 billion on the first one. And like I said, it depends on where Matt Reeves goes with this one. It's like I said, it's interesting because I do like seeing the gritty, the real more real world based and street level based stuff of Batman versus all the fantastical stuff because that's kind of where Batman should live at.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't think there's a way to bridge those two worlds. So I think we just need to let this one go. And does B have extra hands coming on or something? I keep seeing.
Yeah,
it's very confusing.
He got small
He got
hands
little
now.
He got baby arm.
That crazy T-Rex, that little baby arms.
See, you keep getting that off screen all the time. I notice he don't use that one on screen.
But now, listen, I heard what y'all saying, man. A few things. I don't think that the other Batman isn't being made or whatever because of the whole Matt Reeves thing. I've been saying that. I really think it's because James Gunn, and he said this on multiple interviews, they really don't have a concrete idea yet of how they're going to approach the new Batman. They've said that a million times. You said in that interview that we talked about earlier, where they have a certain idea, but it's not completely fleshed out. The script isn't completely fleshed out yet, which I'll tell y'all something too, that he's not the one doing the script. So, if that was him, he would have made that while eating dinner, watching a 30-minute show. It would have been done with the whole entire trilogy. But now, I'm with y'all. I said this before. I want this. I'm not mad at the universe continuing, especially if we get Batman 2. We're like, yo, it's the best thing I've ever seen in my life. I want to see more of this, right? And kind of what BA was saying. Yeah, they're saying that now. but money talks. But I don't think it's because of the whole money thing or whatever. It's what we've been sitting there saying on this show, man, for a while now. Matt Reeves just moves at a snail's pace, and it's taking too long for things to come out. And when we have our projects for DCU, we want to try to get those going, right? As far as when BJ was saying with the Elseworld, the Elseworld can work if you just tell a good story. I mean, it's not really that difficult. The Joker was not a good story. It was bad. I didn't hear anybody saying, please, for the love of God, bring out a Joker 2. I didn't hear anybody saying that. So when they came out with Joker 2, we was killing it, right? Like we was like, yo, this. Matter of fact, not even when they came with the movie, when we heard the premise of the movie, folks had like a raised eyebrow, like, wait a minute, what? It's like it's gonna be a musical, it's gonna all be in his head. Like, wait, hold on. That's not even like the premise of the first Joker. I went completely far over here with it on the next Joker. It's like, what are we doing? And so that's really what killed that. Like, it could have been good if they just didn't go in that direction or whatever. But as far as like Elseworld stuff, like I said, they can tell Elseworld stuff. It's just that the Elseworld stuff is going to have to be more one off, just like in the Elseworld comics, right? Like, I mean, they do have some variations where they have like a whole entire storyline or whatever, but for the most part, Elseworld are like one part things, right? Like Batman by Gaslight, that's a one off thing, right? You just tell your story, you keep it pushing, and it doesn't have anything to do with the main continuity, which is the DCU or whatever. So, but as far as them being a part 3, we're gonna have to see. I've said this before. You kind of, Batman is the most popular IP at Warner Brothers right now. It always makes money. We always see it make money, other than the Batman and Robin. I think Batman and Robin did make money. I think, but for as far as being the most popular IP, you know it's gonna make money. You know it's gonna be successful enough to where you do a part 3. Even if you don't think that, go ahead and write the movie now. We're not doing nothing. Write the movie now. But go ahead, BA. What you say?
I want to actually retract my statement, because I don't think it's about the money. And when you said it, it made me think, well, what else could it be if it's not about the money and how long it is? Suppose fans actually prefer this world over the other world. Suppose fans prefer this version of Batman versus the one that DCU gives out. Now we got a problem. Now we got an issue, because now people saying, yeah, that Batman cool, but what I saw from that Batman is like crazy. Like I like that. Right. That's the one I want to see. So then now the sales, the merchandise, everything around the DCU Batman drops because everyone's preferring the other one. So that could be a reason why 3 doesn't come out. Like, hey, all right, I'll let you get off this fall, but we're going to have to cut this off right here, because now you're totally interfering with my project because your project is better. Why? Because you probably spent about 7 years perfecting it, and I don't have that luxury. But at the end of the day, that's what happened, and that's what we have to deal with now. So I think maybe that is a reason for 3 not to come out.
I was going to say, too, kind of to what Red was saying, though, because you were saying that nobody wanted to see a Joker 2. I disagree, because remember, the first Joker made over $1 billion. So, and people were wanting to see because they wanted to see if he was going to develop into the Joker we knew, instead of just the weird, crazy guy with the laugh condition who ended up killing the talk shows, and then kind of sparked the revolution. When the people was revolting against all the rich people in Gotham, people wanted to see if that was going to turn into him being more the criminal version of Joker that we know. But like I said, then Todd Phillips was like, nah, forget all that. I'm going to do what I want to do. And he just took the wheel to the bus and just yanked it off the bridge, But I think if he'd have stuck to a continuous story, I think people would have been interested in that, seeing how that turned out.
Well,
it's just,
I guess what I'm saying is the original plan. They even came out with this when they first made the movie. The plan was not to do a sequel at all. It was supposed to be a one-off movie, right? Joaquin Phoenix, if you go back and look at his history, does not do sequels whatsoever. He don't do franchise. He don't do sequels. And remember, he was going to sign up to do Doctor Strange until he found out it was going to be a sequel in a franchise, and he said, "No, I'm good." Which is why they end up getting Cumberbatch, because Cumberbatch was the second choice. Joaquin was the first choice. They really wanted Joaquin Phoenix. He does not do sequels. He don't do franchises. This is Joaquin Phoenix's first time doing a franchise/sequel in his career, and so their plan was to get him to do that one movie. You're a guy who don't do sequels. We're not going to do a sequel. You do that one movie. the one movie all of a sudden made $1 billion, like you said, made $1 billion, was critically loved, all that. He won an award. Then it was like Warner Bros. Like later on was like, you know what? It made $1 billion. Now let's do a sequel. Like nobody had an idea that it was going to be a sequel from the get-go. They all had the idea was, like I said, this guy don't do sequels. This is just some one-off story. Bam, we're gonna do one movie and keep it pushing. The idea changed after the fact that he won that award and the fact that they end up getting the billions of dollars. And we saw what happened. Todd Phillips had a choice to do. He had a chance to do a good movie. You had tons of other guys who were trying to let you know, trying to collab with you. James Gunn, i.e., was trying to let you know, trying to give you notes and all that stuff. The dude completely ignored it and did what he wanted to do, and now we see the outcome. Right? So that's what I meant when I said nobody wanted to see the sequel. Like it was never their plan to do a sequel. It was just supposed to be a one-off movie. That's what the Elseworld stuff was supposed to be. That was the original plan. One-off movie, tell this one story, and we keep it pushing. What's next? Oh, we're gonna do a Solomon Grundy movie. Okay, cool. Bam. Next, you keep it pushing. If they have that idea where they do them one, that's how Elseworld can work, BJ. If you do just do one movie, don't have it with the idea of doing a sequel. Do that one movie and then you keep it pushing.
No,
Kind of like how we were doing with Sinners, right? Sinners need to be that one movie, keep it pushing. You got this original idea, great, it did great. Come with another original idea and keep it pushing. That's what they need to do. You know, everything don't have to be a franchise and a, you know, saying a sequel and quadruples and all that type of stuff. It don't have to be that.
But remember what we always said.
Good story. Oh, go ahead.
Remember what we always said though, when the the movie studio sees $1 billion franchise and they say, "Oh, this movie."
Yeah, and that was a prime example right there. The Joker too. You're right.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, we're gonna keep doing it." Like I said, we're gonna do this until the wheels fall off. And then I pulled up the box office. So the first one made $1,078,000,000 worldwide. The second one made $207,500,000 worldwide. So there was a slight drop off.
Slight.
Dang.
And I think
hold on. How much did it make?
$207,500,000. Like I said, the first one made $1,078,000,000.
So they get the third one.
Yeah, it's gonna make $27.
Bro, I still haven't seen that movie, by the way, bro.
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it.
I saw it.
You probably watched Craven too, didn't you? And Madam Web. You one of them kind of people just like to punish yourself.
No, I seen both of them. I've seen all of them. You're not gonna get me for a third time, bro. I said no, I'm good. I remember it when exactly. I remember when it hit HBO Max, and I was tempted. I'm like, let me just see what everybody's talking about. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. So one of the shows, cuz like, yeah, man, I ended up watching, Joker 2 or whatever. I said, how'd you like it, man? He said, it was a movie.
It's a thing.
Somebody made something.
Was it worse than Madam Web?
Ooh. I don't think so. I think no. Actually, I would say no. I think Madam Web was worse because my hate for Madam Web is the fact that you have you couldn't say Spider-Man, you couldn't say Peter Parker, like
you can't say their names.
It was Madam Web was more of a frustration on top of it being a bad movie, and Joker Part 2 was just a bad movie. So that's why
it was a musical too.
Yeah, yeah. Well, see, I can deal with musicals, but it was just poorly written. But yeah, when it came to Madam Web, it was just a culmination of just bad movie, frustration.
So you went to a comic book movie and you got a musical out of it. You okay with that?
I watched it at the house. So
understood.
Fine. Yeah,
well,
I watched it.
my thing is, I thought, well, the way the movie turned out, that is how he explained it. So, but before the movie came out, I'm thinking to myself, the way he was I thought what he was trying to say was, it was going to be something like where, it's going to be like moments in his head, right? That they kind of show like these certain musical, and I didn't think it was going to be like a whole entire like movie is going to be a musical or whatever, bro. That's not what I thought. But then when you go back and look at the premise of the movie, it's like, okay, he actually did say that it's going to be a musical. Yeah. So I don't know why we're surprised by it, but yeah. So it's like that I don't even want to watch that movie, bro. Like I said, I skipped that one. As soon as I saw it hit Max, I'm like, nah, I'm good. So keep it scrolling, man.
So you know the new Batman movie is gonna be a musical.
Hey, if you want to end that franchise, there
Right.
you go, right there. Yeah, you
Yeah.
go. Just go ahead and make the
Yeah.
music.
Literally. Yeah.
But all
Definitely
right,
end it.
fellas, let's go ahead and get into these quick hits. All right, fellas, check this out. So James Gunn was asked if the Charlton characters like Captain Atom, the Question, or Blue Beetle could appear in the DCU. This is what he said, man. Actually. Oh, so he said might be in luck. Sorry. I thought I had some more stuff to that. But yeah. So we're starting to get more and more of the characters, man, to be here in this the DCU. He's starting to kind of focus a little bit more on these characters. We see that with like Peacemaker and like Judo Master and stuff like that. So we're starting to see more and more of these characters being shown and being highlighted a little bit more. So I could definitely see them, highlighting one of these three. So he said might be in luck, might be seeing one of these characters pretty soon, in my opinion. So or in that secret project that they haven't announced yet. So, but what you think on this, Big J?
I don't mind it, and James Gunn loves the whole obscure characters. He likes to go pull
Mm-hmm.
obscure characters, so I don't mind. I was going to try and post a link. I just saw that uh, Alan Richardson showed up on the cover of Men's Health with the silver hair, looking like Captain Atom. So people been speculating on that too because he's on the cover right now.
That's one of the. I heard me. That was one of my choices. I could see it. But go ahead.
Let's see. Oh, there you go. I was able to. I just put the link there. You can see the picture of him, and that's what everybody's saying on Reddit that he it looks like he could be gearing up to play that. And remember, he did meet with James Gunn recently, and they said they kind of talked about, well, maybe you won't be Batman, but we might do something else with you. And I'm like,
Let's see if we can share that real quick. So that's what he's talking about here. I mean, I could definitely see it. That was one of my choices. I told you. But yeah, what you got, BA?
No, we good. No, it's I agree. I maybe get as many characters as you can. Let's just call it what it is. If you can get Blue Beetle, which you already said was good, so you don't even have to like reintroduce him. He can just show up, and he can be your, I guess the younger side of a hero. Like they don't have too many people that's like young, other than Supergirl. Like she's like 21, so you want some more people maybe around that age, then that works. But yeah, because you're going to have to reach to a younger demographic some kind of way. Someone with more youthful jokes and things like that. Like you're going to want someone to do that. So yeah, I think that works perfectly. And I think he does like Blue Beetle. I think he wants to kind of say like, all right, that's what it was when it came out. It wasn't a bad movie, but wait till I get my hands on it. Watch what I do with it. So I think that's why he said that, just so he can clear him amongst the other characters. Other characters are good too, but I think he has something special in line for him. So you might be in luck. I agree. If he says that, then we all know he's gonna do it some kind of way. So we'll see. We'll see which one he chooses first.
I wonder if he mean Ted Cord, Blue Beetle, or I wonder if they mean Ted Cord, Blue Beetle. I think we talked about that before. What you think, Cuz?
I like it. Yeah, he's mentioned Blue Beetle before. That it was canon to the DCU. So expecting him, and so for them to also bring in the Question and Captain Atom would be fantastic. I agree with BA with just bringing in more characters. That's more stories, more avenues to be able to get creative. So yeah, this is absolutely what you want when it comes to building out a cinematic universe.
Bro, I'm gonna tell y'all now. They need to do a question show on HBO.
Hmm.
Kind of like in the vein of True Detective. If they could do a question
Yeah.
show in the vein of
Oh,
True Detective on, man, listen,
yeah.
boy, that'd be
That'll be fun.
that's one that's one of those characters I could definitely see James Gunn bringing to the DCU is the
Mhm.
question. So but yeah, I think I asked y'all this question before. Do y'all think Ted Kord's Blue Beetle is still alive in this universe?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I was wondering that because we already know that Jaime's Blue Beetle is in the universe or whatever. I don't know how much. I don't know what kind of liberties he's taking from the Blue Beetle movie because it really wasn't anything in there that links that character to the DCEU. So I don't know if they'll just
Mhm.
pretty much take whatever was in that movie and move it over here into the DCU. But if that's the case, then the Ted Kord is alive. He's just missing or whatever. So, I mean, I could see them changing up some things because Maxwell Lord is not gonna get killed by Wonder Woman. So, and he's not a bad guy. So, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm with you though, Big J. I could definitely, like I said, that was one of my choices. I said Captain Adam for Allen. I could definitely see that, like a Captain Adam, like Cuz said, the Adam Smasher. Um, I seen folks throwing out the idea of Deathstroke or something like that. So I think we'll probably hear some news of him probably here in maybe the next like 4 or 5 months or whatever. Let us know where he's gonna probably be in the DCU. I'm willing to bet you he's gonna be in the DCU. So we'll see. All right, man. See what we got next, fellas. So check this out. James Gunn said there's going to be big stars / surprises from the DCU that are going to be near the end of Peacemaker season 2. So do you fellas have any ideas, or should I say, who would y'all like to see at the end of Peacemaker season 2? Let me start with you, BJ.
Of course, my favorite pick would be Mr. Terrific cameo, but I know they said they're gonna try and set up something with Superman Man of Tomorrow. Um, so, like
So
I said,
whoever's in that gonna be in the movie. It's
that's
gonna
what they
be
keep hinting
confirmed.
at. They keep hinting that they're looking at setting up Superman Man of Tomorrow through this. I've also heard the
I've
possibility
heard 3 different people say that too, Big J. So I mean,
even I think James Gunn was saying that's why they had to hurry up and release Superman on digital because they wanted everybody to be able to see it. And then before you saw these last, that's why it dropped yesterday because they wanted to hit before it dropped on HBO Max yesterday
Max, yeah,
because
Mhm.
they wanted out so that everybody could see it before these next 3 episodes come out. Which I was like, so they said there's definitely some tie-in. Also, like I said, I wouldn't mind seeing using these portals because I don't know if you saw that there was a theory that the portals and that container could be like a boom tube
yeah, I heard
and
that.
or a mother box actually like so it said it could be a
Yeah,
form of like
mother
their form
box.
of a mother box, and they said that could be like a link to that portal. So they said that could be a way to introduce Dark Side,
Mhm.
or maybe even some of the new gods. So we'll have to see.
I'm not mad at it, bro. What you got, Cuz?
I agree. Superman, Mr. Terrific, have a dark side. Have like one of his, a dark side. Just showing a dark side because I think it'll be tough with that one. Is because Gunn said that not everything will be linked, so the dark side one will be tough. But you still need to have that big bad around, and that having dark side will be fun. Just to uh,
Just know he out
that'd be
there.
fun. Yeah, exactly. Uh, that would be fun. So yeah, that'd be top notch as dark side, and then have an expectation of Superman and Mr. Terrific in it.
What you got, BA?
If it's coming from that world that John Cena frequently visits, then I guarantee it's going to be of a white complexion. But if it's coming through the universe that's over there, then it could be anybody coming through any door. So I think the whole roster is up for grabs. Like we don't know which particular one is going to be walking through some type of door. Somebody opened the door by mistake and there go this person. So it could be any of that. So I don't know. But that world is definitely one sided. I'll say that.
Mhm.
BA, I got a quick question for you though. In these last 3 episodes, would you be okay if somebody died in the last 3 episodes? I'm just wondering.
I mean, just the fact that he spoiler, he already got a couple bodies. one looked just like himself, so that's already a good start. So we'll see what happens after that. But yeah, somebody got to go.
I think somebody is gonna go.
Yeah.
No, listen, I agree with y'all, man. I'm tired of trying to guess. I just really get to these last 3 episodes, man, because they've been really hyping these last 3 episodes up. His wife even said something too, Big J. His wife, I think, what's the guy name that played John Economos? I think he said something too. Most, like I said, most people are hinting to the fact that this last 3 episodes is gonna be crazy. We're gonna get some special guest appearances and all that stuff, and they all have stressed the importance of it linking to Man of Tomorrow. So I'm telling y'all, I think one of the cameos is gonna be Lex. I think I've already said that already. Just from what we heard Rick Flag Sr. say in one of those clips, I think it's gonna lead to them going to Belle Reeve and getting the help of Lex Luthor to try to probably shut down one of the wormholes or something, like one of the wormholes go crazy or whatever. And that's gonna be one of the things that's gonna affect the DCU in the next project, which is gonna be Man of Tomorrow. So that's what I kind of think on that one. I think also too, going to Belle Reeve, we're gonna probably see somebody from Creature Commandos, the live action version of somebody from Creature Commandos. So I think those going to probably I don't know who, probably Frankenstein, somebody like that, or the Bride. Not Frankenstein, not even there. Gonna probably be the Bride or somebody like that, or who's alive? Oh, what's the robot name?
G.I. Robot. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, G.I. Robot. I can see like G.I. Robot because maybe he got that upgrade at the end of Creature Commando, so I could probably see him being in there too. So yeah,
Well,
that's
think
gonna
about
be
it.
interesting.
If it is Earth X, G.I. Robot will have a ball. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
They
boy,
just turn him loose.
we're gonna take
Literally
you, Pop.
turn
You
it
right in
loose.
the center of the planet, bro. Just get the spraying.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Can I
Oh,
kill Nazis?
oh boy. Well, hey, what
Yeah.
he said that one part. Oh boy, Nazis. So yeah, I could definitely see that, bro. So I definitely can't wait for that. But heads up for the folks watching, we're gonna have a spoiler discussion of the show as soon as the last 3 episodes are over with. So we'll have a spoiler discussion of that. But anything going forward, any shows being released from now on, I should say, then we'll have spoiler discussions for each episode. All right, fellas. Let's see what we got up here next, man. Speaking of Super. So we got the synopsis, man, for Supergirl. It says, look out, Big J. So while celebrating her 21st birthday, Kara Zor-El travels across the galaxy with her dog Crypto, during which she meets the young Ruth Mary Noel and goes on a murderous quest for revenge. So pretty much the story of Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, pretty much. So what do you think about this though, BA?
Um,
You
I
said
think it's
murderous,
great.
so you
I think it's great. She's gonna take bodies. She's gonna grab some bodies along the way. She's gonna stop at this place and that place and this place and that place. But it's a way to keep the movie going, so you're not stagnant in one spot. So she's gonna go through different maybe planets, maybe areas, who knows. And one of them she's gonna go against Lobo, and that's gonna be damn near probably one of the highlights of the movie. But and who knows, he might go along for the journey for a little bit. Like, hey, I like what I see here. We're gonna see how far we can go with it. Totally not necessarily like romantically, just like you on a mission, and I like to follow this mission that you on. So you got your help or whatever. So I think that's the way to do it. Let's not get Supergirl in one little area and just go through all those issues. Nah, I talked about her issues and her parents, all that stuff all the time. Let her figure that stuff out on the move. Let her keep moving. So this place get this frustration. This place get that frustration. Oh, we got a big bad. Let's go after that big bad at the same time. So I'm for all that. So yeah, they got me with that.
What you got, Cuz?
I'm looking forward to it. Just said about Noel. Yeah, they're gonna be walking through some folks, and it's gonna be pretty fun to see them interact with Lobo. Because yeah, at some point they're gonna end up fighting, and then yeah, he's gonna be like, "Oh, okay, I ain't got nothing else going on. Let's go. I can hang out with y'all." So it's gonna be fun watching the three of them just wreak havoc and just walking through folks. It's and then this is just leading up just to show that she's not as honorable or as pure as Superman. So that's what's going to have her in a different light. So I'm liking this build up and this her being much different than what Superman is.
Yeah, me too. What you got, Big J?
I mean, like I said, it'll be interesting to see. It looks like it is going to be true to the story, the comic.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, I'm sure. And then we already know what's the dude, some Crim of the Yellow Hills or whatever. He'll be there. He'll be one of the
Yeah.
main antagonists. So I
Probably
just
the
want to
main
see.
antagonist.
Oh yeah, I just want to see how it's going to go. You know, because that story did end kind of weird. So I want to I want to see how it's going to play out on the screen, and then how it's going to tie into the future movies if it does.
Yeah, cause when it like a hologram, not hologram, when it like some kind of like a virtual reality thing where she kind of imagined she killed the guy or something, and they kind of find out he was like in prison for like 100 years or something. It was something crazy at the end, bro.
Yeah, there was like a big
Uh,
time jump, which is like I said, that's the thing I'm wondering because she came back and the little girl was
wait,
old.
so that time jump was real?
I think so.
Wait, it might have been a time jump on that planet. That's how I took it. Because there wasn't no way in the world Supergirl was like it was 100 years later for Supergirl. It might have been like a time jump on that planet, kind of like some interstellar type stuff. When he was on that planet for like 7 minutes, and in our time was like 7 years or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe one of them cases, because I'm with you. Like that ending in the story was kind of confusing. I read it like twice, and I was like, I still don't understand, but I don't know. Like you said, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how they kind of translate it here for in the future, or whatever. That's how I took it, bro. Like it's because they're on that planet, they aged a little faster because Supergirl still looked the same when she came back. So
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, like you said, man, this sounds like the synopsis for the actual Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow storyline. It's gonna be crazy to see this in live action, man. I can't wait. I was listening to somebody the other day, man. And they were talking about they talked to some people behind the scenes and stuff, and they're saying that they're getting some positive feedback from it or whatever. They kind of like what they put together there. So definitely can't wait for this to release, bro. Like I said, this is going to be our first look at a movie that James Gunn didn't have anything to do with as far as writing or directing. So then we'll kind of get an idea of how far the DCU can go without anything particularly being linked to James Gunn. So we're gonna see. So, but like I said, so far we're hearing some good news. So we're gonna see. The movie releases in July. So we'll probably get a trailer in December probably.
Yeah.
What's it?
Probably soon. I
Next
mean,
month.
Probably
you know,
so.
James,
I love.
because James Gunn
A
released that
teaser.
first one with Superman fairly early too. So
Okay, let's hope so, man. Hope we see Lobo in there too. But yeah, man, let's see what we got next, fellas. Just check it out. Wanda Maximoff variant is rumored to appear in Doomsday from the X-Men universe, where Magneto rules Genosha. So we're gonna get an idea of Genosha here in this, which makes sense if they're kind of taking liberties from X-Men 97. Magneto is over Genosha, so that does make sense. But what you think on this one, cuz?
I like it. Yeah, it's a good idea having Genosha mentioned in it and having the Magneto over it. So yeah, this will be right out of X-Men 97. What I'm curious of is will they play it up to where she is Magneto's daughter or what? So that's what I'm curious of when it comes to it. So this it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I knew that there was going to be no way that they was going to keep Wanda out of there. So it just makes sense to find a variant that could be a good variant, essentially, to be able to help them, especially when it comes to the Doom. We'll see. But I like this. I like this idea. It's a really good idea. What you got, Big J?
like I said, I never thought Wanda was really dead, so I was expecting Wanda to come back. I just wonder how they're gonna do her because, like I said, I don't think like we ain't seen nobody in Multiverse of Madness. We just saw that little red puff as Wonder Girl Mountain was falling down. So I think my thought was always that her powers protected her as she was falling down, and so like I said, I fully expected her to come back. I would be interested to see her as maybe Magneto's daughter. You know, But then the weird thing is because the comic has varied from that from time to time. Where sometimes she is,
Yeah,
sometimes she ain't. And
yeah.
but I would like to see her as a true version of Magneto's daughter, where we get to see her, um, and I want to see her in the full powers. Though, is it going to be like because in one of those didn't she get into some kind of relationship with Doctor Doom? Tried to form a relationship just to get access because she is so powerful. So I'd like to maybe see something like that as well because I think that's one of the things. Like we said, I think Doctor Doom is going to go around and potentially collect the most powerful beings from each of these universes, which would be a Wanda Maximoff, of course, Franklin Richards, the Century, and if he could, assemble those folks on his team, then that would make him truly scary. If he gets everybody on his side of all those people, then I mean, who really could stop him?
I mean and then that'd be the end of the movie. Like they can't stop you. So you know,
No, you need prep time like Batman. That's all you need.
right. So yeah, listen. Now this isn't saying that Elizabeth Olsen is going to be back.
Yeah.
So it's kind of that's one I want the folks to kind of see. They didn't say that she would be back. They're just saying it's going to be a variant. Now remember, there was a Wanda Maximoff or Wanda. I don't think they had a last name Maximoff in the X-Men universe, but remember she was a little girl on the previous X-Men movies for Fox. So I'm with you. I think if they do the whole Genosha thing, then it means you got to bring Quicksilver back. Might have Polaris on there. Um, I'm not mad at that at all, bro. It kind of be like a little bit of small, tiny version of House of M a little bit in there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So um, I'm with y'all. I'm with you, Big J. I know people saying, "Oh, she died," but technically we didn't see her die. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of leave the door open if want to use her again for something else. So I'm not mad if they bring her back. And I'm with you. I would definitely like to see, Wanda, if they can get Elizabeth Olsen back as Wanda and have her interact with Magneto, that'd be good for me.
Yeah.
That's what I would like to see. But
I think I broke BA.
oh my god.
Hey, look at that. You know what? I just want to see what they would do on the other side.
You know what they're gonna do on the other side, bro.
We're gonna cast Wanda Sykes as Wanda Maximoff and just keep it rolling. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's gonna happen.
She's a variant.
Definitely,
She's a variant.
you gonna hear that? Everything gonna just be shut down, bro.
Yep.
They gonna lose it.
We're gonna unplug Disney World. Huh?
Exactly. Check this out, man. It's the last one here. Check this out. So Daredevil Born Again season 3 has been officially greenlit, or should we say red lit, fellas? Leave me alone, BJ. But yeah, what y'all think about this one, man? What you think, cuz?
I love it.
Go ahead.
I love it. That's how you know when they got something special. It's when they re-up before the season drop. It's kind of like what they did with was NBC did with The Paper. Before it dropped, they had a season 2. So for this one, they have a season 3 before season 2 drop. Yeah, it's exciting. And I'm looking forward to it. It's expected, to be honest, that they're going to continue with it. We've talked about it, that use Daredevil as their main TV program when it comes to the MCU. So it just makes sense to continue. What you got, BA?
No, I mean, duh, right? Like this is like we all know season 2 gonna be a smash, especially with the characters that they're bringing back for season 2. We just don't know how it's going to incorporate with everything else. We don't know how it's going to incorporate with the way the MCU is going, right? So, I just don't give me the hey, while they're in dialogue, the big event has did this, and then they start talking. I don't want that. I don't want no gestures like that. Like it needs to be all in sync some kind of way. Especially when you put Daredevil in Spider-Man already. So he's already been in the movie. So you already reversed it in a sense, right? So none of that. But yeah, I mean, Luke Cage, I think they said it's going to be on. Jessica Jones is definitely going to be on. They're going to find some Asian guy to do Iron Fist and do it the right way. So okay, I just made that up. So that's not an official report. So we see what we're gonna do from there. So yeah, I think this is the
anger the
obvious
people.
thing. Yeah, this is definitely the obvious action here, just to go ahead on and green light it, and we'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
Okay. What you got, BJ?
So does that mean that we confirming that Daredevil is going to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day? Because we already we know the Punisher. Come on, let's just do the full crossover, man. Let's just stop playing. Let's do full crossovers and just have him integrate all that in. And like I said, we come back in season 2 will be before, and then season 3 would be after the effects of the first one. And just keep it moving, man. Let's just stop all this playing with it. You know what I mean? Let's just be real.
Bro, BJ, call it in, bro. Call it in.
I'm gonna call Kevin a little later and see if we can get this worked out.
He's watching it. He's watching it. So we're good.
Well, I know he listens to you, Will. So I mean, you want his silent ghost script writer. So you know.
Listen, y'all heard me. I've been saying that, bro. I'm tired of this, man. Go ahead and throw this man in the movie, man. Stop playing. Like you said, BJ, you guys Punisher in there. Damn it, you finna put the Hulk in there. Let's go ahead and get Daredevil in there, bro. Let's go ahead and get Daredevil in. I'm gonna tell you right now, if they put Daredevil in it, because there's rumors. There are rumors that he could be in this movie, and I'm gonna tell you right now, if they put Daredevil in this Spider-Man movie, my wallet not going nowhere else but to Marvel. You understand me? So listen, I've been wanting this my whole life as a kid. Two of my favorite characters, bro. Especially the Daredevil. It's like one of my favorite comic book characters of all time, bro. I just want to see them on the screen together, interacting. We're gonna finally get the true Spider-Man.
You saw before. You need to classify. You need to make sure you understand what you're saying. We already had Daredevil on it, but you got Matt Murdock. You want to see Daredevil. In case they listen to us, well, go ahead on and put Matt Murdock back in there. No,
they're gonna be like, dang, you already had him in there.
Yes, I understand.
I want the suits. I want a full suit. We don't know who he is under the suit. That's what we want. That's the kind of suit we want him to be in. We want him in a full suit. Matter of fact, they can put him in that suit that we're gonna see in season 2. That suit fire. Put him in that suit. Put him in the movie. There you go. What we say, BJ?
No, I was just thinking I was gonna say I wouldn't mind seeing him in that yellow suit that he had on in She-Hulk, but then I thought about the whole She-Hulk thing. I don't know if y'all saw that yet. About Tatiana Maslany.
Yeah, she going what's old girl from Star Wars that was in the Mandalorian?
She won that suit.
Cara Dune.
She won that suit.
She going that route with it.
I thought you were talking about the one who flew the starfighter into the. I thought you were talking about the girl who flew the starfighter into the Empire, you know, and the third one. I thought that's what you was going to blow it all up.
No, the MMA chick, yeah.
I know
Gina Carano, yeah. Now, what was I about to say though? So y'all think he'll get another suit in season 3?
Of course, you got to. That's the Marvel way, man. You got to, because otherwise, how you gonna keep selling toys and stuff? You gotta have the.
Gotta sell new merchandise.
Every hero gets an upgraded suit every movie. That's law in every MCU. They always do.
Bro, what if we get the true red suit in season 3? Like that, I'm talking about the Daredevil symbol on it and everything, bro. Like that's what well, the movie too, yeah. I could see them doing that black suit in the movie or whatever, like they did in the animated show that he was on. What was it, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man or whatever? So yeah, I could definitely see that, bro. Boy, that'd be fire, man. Man, that'd be fire. Yeah. Please, Kevin Feige, please put Daredevil in that movie, bro. Put him in the movie. But yeah, that's pretty much all we got, fellas. Let's go ahead and stop and show some love real quick to Playback.
Thank you to our friends over at Playback for this segment. Pause. If you're tired of the national media and the annoying ways they sometimes cover sports and other events, give the Glow Sun Production channel on Playback a try. We cover new and old school basketball, wrestling, and geek culture. And just recently, we've added boxing, mixed martial arts, anime, and even video gaming. So if you have time in your busy day, give our channel on Playback a look and check out some of our replays while you're at it. Another special shout out to our favorite at Playback. Back to the show.
Yes, sir. See, y'all get some of these questions, these comments out here in these commenting streets. We got see Sherelle, she says, great job. The IQs are off the chart. She's not talking Big J though. Big J love the pay blue shirt color, wearing more like that. Get out of here, Big J.
We're
gonna start doing Nick up, Big J. Pause.
We lost Rail on that one. He went too far with the jokes.
With his own damn joke.
He took himself out.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. Rewind. Let's just get to the next one here. Oh my god. Basco says, he said, "What's up, Jits? What's up, man? What's up?" He also says, House of M, Maximoff. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I mentioned the House of M. They could do something like that. I know she ain't gonna say no more music and everything on end, but I think we'll ever get like a storyline like that. Now that the mutants are being integrated.
Years down the road, you can't.
I mean, yeah. I'm not talking about like
eventually
tomorrow or nothing, but yeah, eventually.
yeah.
They might knowing Marvel, they'll flip it, and she'll be like, "I need more people that like me," or something, some crazy phrase line, and then now you get an influx of mutants from there, versus her saying no more mutants.
Yeah, that what they'll adapt certain parts of it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. They don't never just take the whole story and put it on the screen or whatever.
Yeah.
He also says season 3 will be after the events of Spider-Man Brand New Day. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it'd be nice, man, if he was in Spider-Man Brand New Day and then it just lead right into season 3. That'd be fire.
Yeah.
I hope so, man. Like I said, I'd get them boys on the screen together now. He says, I get what you're saying, BA, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., very subtle reference.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., yes. The subtle references to the MCU universe. Like, come on, just say what happened and just keep it moving. Just the events in the sky. So we can't go to New York right now. What are you talking about?
Bruh, I'm gonna tell you the main one. This is when I stopped watching. The one where they had the events that happened right after Thor 2. When they was doing a cleanup after the instance of Thor 2, I was like, bro, I'm done, bro. Like, oh, hey, guess who I saw flying yesterday? I saw Thor. Like, but he's not gonna be on the show though. Okay, so yeah, that's when I knew. Like, yeah, they're not part of the universe. Let's see what we got. Yeah, he said Gina Carano. Yeah, that's what we was talking about. Yeah. And then he also says, rumor is she's involved in the reshoots of the Mandalorian movie. Oh, I didn't hear them rumors, but
I heard that too. I heard that. I hope she,
that makes sense.
She served her time.
Yeah.
Was they still gonna do that show for her though? Remember, she was supposed to get her own show.
I didn't.
It'd probably be hard to do it now because if she would have been front of mind more consistent, then possibly. But since she had been off the screen for so long, I don't see it happening now.
Oh, that's gonna be part of her settlement. I'm telling you.
We're gonna see. I didn't see her. I didn't see her show as part of that. They had that list that came out for, was it no, the Comic-Con? What was it? D23. I don't know if y'all saw like the rumor like projects they had coming out here for Star Wars and all that stuff. I didn't see anything that would like link or indicate that she's gonna be in something or whatever. So I don't know. I guess Mandalorian so far. Maybe they just trying to take it slow right now, man. Get her in the Mandalorian, then we'll go from there type thing. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
And then he said maybe down the road, it is part of the settlement, but not necessarily her own show. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. It's probably something they're gonna have to like. Let's just let's just see how this goes or whatever type thing. So yeah, we'll see though. We'll see. When does Mandalorian come out?
Next year. Sorry,
right? Mandalorian and Grogu. When does it come out?
I think it's next year, right?
Yeah, sometime next year. Is it in May?
Because
do the team. Well, that's not do the team. My bad.
May 22nd.
May 22nd. Okay.
Unless
he said December. Did they push it back?
I just Googled it just now. So
he said May. We'll okay. Yeah. So yeah, BA said it's May. So yeah, it makes sense because a lot of Star Wars movies came out in May until they started for the later stuff, and then all of a sudden it was in December or whatever. Most times it's in Star Wars releases in May.
Summer is Marvel, so they wouldn't cross like that.
Yeah, because they pushed it back to December. You're right. But yeah, man. That's what we got today, fellas, man. Great show, fellas. Listen, we definitely
Yeah.
appreciate everybody, man, geeking out with your boys per usual, man, for another episode. We will be back here on Tuesday, y'all. Follow us on X under Cause We Geek'd. We definitely post different things over there, man, different debate topics and stuff like that, questionnaires and all them good things. But for till then, man, it is your boy Rail. Got my cuz Will, got Big J, and we got BA in the building. We'll be back here on Tuesday, y'all. Stay geeked. Yeah, we out.